The room is loud. The conversation has looped back around for the third time. Your battery is entirely gone, yet you stay planted in your chair, hoping nobody notices you staring blankly at your drink. Most of us grew up internalizing the same unspoken rule. Staying means you care. We carry this belief into adulthood, convinced that if we head for the door early, someone will assume the night is a failure, the host is offended, or we are upset. Pushing through that guilt comes with a heavy physical cost. The introvert hangover is a real, biological state of depletion. Your brain spends hours processing continuous sensory stimulation, and eventually continuing to process that input stops being sustainable. Every extra hour you stay borrows energy from the next day that you cannot get back. Without a specific plan to exit, we usually fall into one of two traps. We either over-explain our departure, which opens the floor for questions and gentle pressure to stay, or we pull a disappearing act, creating a lingering awkwardness when people eventually realize we're gone. Leaving cleanly is a necessary skill. It protects the exact energy reserves you need to actually be present and engaged the next time you see these people. The casual exit is your baseline for low-stakes environments, like neighborhood get-togethers and birthday parties. The strategy is to deliver a warm, concise statement of thanks, and then actually turn and walk out the door. You say, "I'm heading out. I've had such a good time tonight. Thanks for having me." The instinct is often to reach for a specific, realistic excuse, but concrete reasons are easy to poke at. Say you have an early morning and people will negotiate for one more hour. Say you feel sick and they ask what's wrong. A warm, vague statement sidesteps all of that. It lands as a final decision, not an opening for negotiation. The delivery of that line depends heavily on timing. If you wait until you are completely exhausted, the goodbye comes out rushed and clipped. You have to leave right at the first quiet signal from your body that you are full for the night. But that script fails if you try to use it on your best friends. Shared history means the people closest to you will instantly see through a generically warm excuse. For intimate friendships, flip the structure. Lead with the connection, state your limit clearly, and point toward the future. You tell them, "I've loved being here tonight. I'm getting close to my limit and I want to head home before I hit it, so I can actually feel good about this the next time we hang." Aligning the structure of your exit with the intimacy of the relationship preserves the connection. They understand your boundary because you framed it as a way to protect the friendship, rather than an escape from it. Work events carry entirely different professional risks. Leaving a corporate Wixer early can sometimes be unfairly misread as a complete lack of professional commitment or ambition. In these environments, you frame your exit around what comes next. You tell a colleague, "I have an early start tomorrow, so I'm going to make my rounds and head out." You provide a plausible, forward-facing reason, and you signal an ongoing action. The cleanest way to exit a professional exit is the handoff technique. Instead of just stepping away from a conversation, you introduce the person you are talking to someone else in the room. You facilitate a quick handshake and then naturally step back. You add value on your way out, and nobody tracks your departure. Sometimes the environment around you shifts rapidly. The room fills up, the music gets louder, and your sensory baseline plummets in the space of 20 minutes. In these moments, suppress the instinct to apologize or give a detailed account of your sudden exhaustion. Apply the 10-minute rule instead. When you notice that sudden tightening in your chest, wait 10 full minutes before you act on it. Collect your coat, finish your conversation, and move to the door with steady pacing. A rushed exit reads as panic. A steady exit reads as calm self-awareness. In both corporate mixers and overwhelming sensory environments, the goal is the same. You reframe your departure from an act of defection into a controlled, deliberate transition. Having these scripts written down does you no good if they feel foreign in your mouth. Reading words silently is distinct from speaking them. You have to practice them out loud, at speaking volume, to prevent yourself from stumbling or watering down the boundary under social pressure. It also helps to decide on a soft exit window before you ever arrive. Telling yourself you will stay for roughly 90 minutes removes the burden of constantly recalculating your energy levels while trying to hold a conversation. You will still feel a spike of guilt right as you say your goodbyes, but that guilt almost always dissolves by the time you reach your car. The exhaustion of staying too long, however, follows you for days. The guilt is temporary. The physical toll is enduring. We tell ourselves that staying late is generous, but sitting quietly at a table, entirely distracted by your own fatigue, offers nothing of value to the people around you. It is depletion wearing the costume of participation. Setting a boundary to protect your peace is the exact mechanism that ensures you have the capacity to maintain your relationships. The friend who shows up fully engaged for 2 hours contributes far more than the one who physically lingers for 5 while mentally checking out. Effortless leaving begins long before you reach the door. It requires deciding that your capacity is finite and accepting that honoring your limits is how you take care of yourself, and quietly, how you take care of everyone else.